Hello guys and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame THRU. If you are catching this by way of my main channel that I've just mentioned, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are catching this intro by way of any of my breakout channels, which are as follows: Marvelous Taurus Tribe, Marvelous Cancer Tribe, Marvelous Libra Tribe, and Marvelous Capricorn Tribe. Thank you so much also for being here and checking out your video. I want to let you know, guys, since last week that I have tried to approach these readings this particular week that I'm mentioning, which is July 30th through August the 6th, several times. I have a schedule of when I upload things and when I do things, and I have a schedule of when I do everything else. Everything is on a schedule. And I am telling you that this week, nothing went the way that I wanted it to go in this block of time. Not only were we transitioning out of 1 month to another, there was a lot that went on this particular week. I know that there were some squares. I'm not going to get into too much astrology in the intro to keep it nice and short and sweet. But we did in this time frame experience a full moon in Aquarius. And regardless, guys, of where that actually hit you, whether it was personal or whether it was in any of the other 12 houses, this was the week of hell. For me, it just was a week of individuals needing me and me experiencing a lot of just not necessarily anything going wrong per se, like wrong, just chaotic from one thing to the next, from information coming in to information going out. It was absolutely hectic. So a lot of activity, a lot of breakups, a lot of things happening, from accidents to, fights, just things that I've heard, people getting robbed, like random things. It was crazy. Uranus is one of those disruptor planets. It shakes things out to the surface. It will disrupt, it will shake things up, and boy, it did not disappoint. There were a couple of things that went well. There was completely left blue, out of the blue, left field information that came in that I wasn't expecting. And more importantly, it was exhausting, if anything. So I apologize for your messages being late. So we're going to treat this as a weekly energy reading recap from July 30th through August the 6th. There were only a few of you that actually got readings that was, filmed, that was recorded on time. But no matter which way I turned last week, there was always some block. It was extremely frustrating. And sometimes it happens, I'm not going to go to the community tab and put anything up unless it's a technical issue and we're up and running like last week. That's another thing. Sorry, I repeated that 3 times. That's another thing. There's been a lot of heat related internet issues and things of that nature, guys. And that's typically summer. Like if you've been following me for a while, living in this desert, that's going to happen. Anybody that records weekly, it's going to happen. If that's all they do, if that's the only thing that they do, it's just record and they live out here in this desert, they may fare a little bit better than I. But it also, guys, is about, where they live and things of that nature. Just like no 2 people in your city or town gets the same internet, because it really depends on the infrastructure, which really depends on how they're getting it. I know that some parts of Las Vegas get things and other parts of Las Vegas doesn't get things, meaning, the infrastructure and the ground. And let's face it, it is Las Vegas. If you are familiar with the way things work out here in the little desert. But needless to say, I'm going to experience that until the summer is over. Every summer I go through some type of connectivity issue. It's been a little bit better this year than in previous years since I moved, but it's definitely still a thing. Internet seems to be a little faster in this pocket of the town. But needless to say, the heat does cause problems. The heat will fry things, and I'll get off that moving horse, that train. It's just been the week of hell. That's what I'm calling it. I hope that doesn't offend anybody because that's how I'm going to approach it, just because it wasn't necessarily about what happened to me. And it was basically all of my clients and people coming back needing emergency readings and that didn't necessarily take me away, but I was just so exhausted dealing with my own full moon and Aquarius week. Whatever happened 6 months ago finally coming to a full culmination. Things that need to be ended, acknowledged, or released. And boy, did it come. I am told that August starts out one way and then it ends another way. So that is that. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little intro. Like I try to do, especially when you do not see my hands. It has been a week for some of you. And if that is the type of week that you had, I apologize. I want, some people don't understand why I do intros. And there's a lot of individuals who don't understand, I don't understand. I've had a couple of individuals that don't understand why I say something. Anybody that is not pro communication and pro transparency, when a person gives you advice or gives you an opinion of how they just wouldn't have said anything, that is an individual who is not evolved in their thinking, because as a business owner, I don't owe anybody an explanation, but I owe you an explanation because I'm human. And if you can't humanize me and treat this channel and all of my other business ventures as a machine, because I've gotten so used to trying to be on time and honoring when things are supposed to go up, then you're not thinking realistically. You're not, because life happens. And I am never going to pull the wool over anybody's eyes and make it seem like this is the young and the restless. Everything happens and in 30 minutes is all taken care of like a sitcom. That's not life. And if you can't appreciate that, then these intros may annoy you. And that means that I'm not the reader for you. But everybody else, I like to be transparent and let you know what's going on. And some people definitely appreciate it. And I want your support. That's the reason why I tell you. I'm not fishing for compliments or wanting to be put on a pedestal. I want to be treated like a human being who just happens to have a gift and run a channel. And life happens. And that's exactly what happened last week. And I like to check in with you guys and tell you what I'm noticing and see if your week was even better. And a lot of times I'll get a lot of feedback from the intros. You guys will hit me up via text or send me an email and be like, Marv, it was this, it was that. And I listen. I appreciate that. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and end this right here. I am going to be calling this the weekly energy recap in each one of your readings. We're going to be covering July 30th through August the 6th. I'm going to tell you what could have happened in your energy for that week. And then you guys, by the time you get this video, your full moon and Aquarius video would come up. That was actually done, but there was so many things going on. It just took so long to upload. It was ridiculous. So everything will be done. And your videos now, the new week, which is going to be August the 6th through August the 13th. My intention is to have those up within the next couple of days. And hopefully, just hopefully, we will finally be on track. And I can actually sit down, and hopefully we're out of the woods and I can sit down and you guys can see the hands and we can chit chat and go back to normal. My most important thing is that there is not a week that goes by where you don't get something. Even if that week has passed, I'm going to do a recap. I'm going to do something. I do not want gaps on my channel. That is a very hard thing to accomplish, especially when you do weekly uploads. but that is my promise and my commitment to this channel since I went to a weekly format, and that's that. Everything you guys need will be below in the description box for you and your collective. And if you need anything, if you are looking for a personal reading or whatever it is, if it's not below, email me readings@marvelouslamadame.com. 9 times out of 10, it will be below. Right now, for the remaining of the summer, what products are available, or what tarot readings are available for purchase, sessions, readings, appointments, whatever you want to call it, are the tarot text readings as well as the pre-recorded videos. We are not doing phone readings. We may resume that for the fall, but I'm still trying to figure that out. Needless to say, that's that. Hope this message, guys, finds you well and in good spirits. And I will see you guys in each one of your videos. Thank you guys for listening. Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame THRU. This is going to be the weekly energy reading for the beautiful sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's going to be the weekly energy reading recap, carrying you through the energy of July the 30th through August the 6th, which is today. Everything that you need is below in the description box for you and your collective, Aqua. It's in the pinned comment, or it has been addressed by this intro of the video intro. All right. A lot of up and down emotions for you this week. We're leading with the moon. We do have Hierophants questioning values and traditions and morals and wisdom that is coming up. And then we do have 2 cups. You're questioning where you fit in with another person. We do have that. You want justice, or justice is definitely in your rear view. There's something that you feel like you haven't gotten, Aqua. There's definitely a injustice here. A person is not moral. A person that is in your energy is not moral. They don't do things morally. You've exchanged cups with this person, but you go up and down. 1 minute is one way, the next minute is the other way. It's interesting that there is this contradiction that resides in the way that you think that a lot of you guys don't like to listen to. When someone says codependency or contradiction or anything, I mean, I know some Aquarians, they get mad, Jack, but you have to read up on yourself and know yourself, because what I'm seeing in that is that your mind is constantly changing. And when your mind is changing, it's hard to keep up with those changes as they come. You may be one way one week, and then you're going to change your mind. And when you change your mind, you don't have to really explain that to anybody else. But if this is a topic of conversation, yes, there's going to be, you will switch your positions. And a lot of times you guys just won't say anything, because a lot of times it is the same things over and over again, but it feels brand new to you. I am looking at this, and it could have been something that the scales have needed to be balanced on a long time ago. This person is not ethical. They're not moral. You are. They're in your energy. This is for Aquarius. There's an up and down about this person, and you don't want to admit it to anybody. You don't want anybody to know. You could feel like you're going around and around, and you are. This is your soulmate, and this person may not be the most traditional, or maybe they're too damn traditional. I know that there has been issues when this is your soulmate, and when this person is not in your life, you call this person in. But then that sometimes you want to get rid of them, and then other times you call this person back in. You can't do that. That doesn't make sense to a lot of people. You cannot put yourself in a situation where you're in a relationship with somebody, hate their guts, and then call on them when you need something. It doesn't work that way, guys, but that's what I'm seeing here. Soulmate energy is here. Calling in your soulmate and trust. Yes, the situation is calling for you to have faith. The bottom of the deck does show you deserve love, Aqua, and then there's a retreat. There is time for you to clear your energy. I do see a trip. Some of you guys definitely need to go on a trip. Others of you, this really does feel like a relationship reading this week, just to let you know. I'm looking at this and it's looking like there's a timing issue. The Knight of Pentacles is always promising something. He's carrying the energy forward of doing something, as far as making sure that he is bringing the energy of stability and commitment. But he does this so long because he's very cautious and meticulous and unwavering in his pursuits that it could seem like he's lollygagging, or that he never quite get exactly what he needs to get and get his point across. And that is probably what you're dealing with, okay? Two of Cups is here, so this is a relationship with another. I am looking at Knight of Pentacles, and I'm looking at the Moon. I'm going to tell you what remains here is Justice, the Moon, and Hierophant. So we did have your full moon, and there was a lot that was going on. So the Moon is here. There could have been some things that came out with your Moon, Aquarius. Some justices, maybe you stood up for yourself. You stood up to an injustice. You fought for what was right. You acted very ethically, or you act out of your morals. You were morally justified for standing up for yourself, is what is here. So it could have been a rough go of it for you this week that you just experienced. I know that it has been the week of hell for a lot of individuals, and I hope that this message finds you well and in good spirits. But this situation is supposed to bring and shed some light on a lot of individuals that are dealing with this. This full moon was supposed to bring light and closure to a situation that's been ailing you, but it really depends on the way you look at it. So you have to definitely get to the point where you accept the lesson and understand the assignment and execute in that order. And some of you, it may take you a while to figure that out, but this is definitely a relationship. And I think it all comes down to, should I leave or should I go, honestly. But again, it's like this is your soulmate. You know that they leave, you call them back in, they're there, you push them back out. It's a constant changing of the minds. It's like 1 minute I feel this way, 1 minute I feel another way. And that has to be very hard to go through, to change your mind constantly, and makes you look a certain way, and people don't understand how your mind works. So there's probably a lot of defensiveness, and you defending yourself about your decisions because nobody understands. But it's not for anybody to understand. It's for you to understand first and foremost. You can't explain what you don't understand. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective. I will see you in the next one when we do it again, Aquarius. Bye, guys.